Going to be able to drive that on the road section. I'm not sure they will, Bex.
Well, it's just, we need to just see it.
That was yeah, they're giving it a go. That's good to see, though. They haven't given up the ghost just yet.
He is the man that never gives up. You know, he will try until the absolute bitter end. And that's exactly what they're doing now. You know, reminiscent scenes here, isn't there, of Turkey a few years ago, where both Neuville and Ogier damaged their rear suspension. Was it front suspension? I can't quite remember.
Yeah. I wonder if after this stage is done that maybe Seb can get down, and they're only just down the road, aren't they, from the stage finish, and see how they're getting on. That'll be, I mean, I tell you what, they are giving this a go, you know.
Yeah, they really are.
All these guys are such...
There we are. We're going to have a look exactly at three people we know very well. Thierry Neuville, Martin Wydaegh, and our intrepid reporter, Seb Marshall.
Yes, trying to take a look at what's going on there. It's that suspension mount that was heavily damaged. It looks like they've got it certainly pointing in the right direction.
Yeah, they're doing a pretty good job here, aren't they?
It's funny because when from the heli shots we saw earlier, it looked like they'd given up, didn't they? But as you say, they've got to get that to the point where the wheel can move of its own motion, and then they will be allowed to continue on the road section. Of course, it is only a short super special to finish the day, so even if they do manage to get there, even with a damaged car, they're not going to lose a huge amount of time. What did they drop in the end in there?
Do you know what? I didn't even look at how much time they did drop, but it was
2.5 minutes. So, I mean, if he can keep going, and it's anything's better than obviously the time penalties they're going to receive for. You quite often see they will have had a chat to the team, of course, on the phone.
We could see that, yeah. Thierry was chatting back to the engineers back at base. They'll be, you know, telling them exactly what they need to do.
I mean, at the moment he's dropped down to 9th place. So if they can get this thing going, I mean, they're back in the running again. I mean, they're a long way ahead, but it means at least they can pick up a couple of consolation points and hopefully have a go for power stage points and the famous FAF, of course, on Sunday. That's going to be wonderful to be back there, but great work here. Don't know much about Martin's technical prowess, do you? That was his new co-driver.
I've never asked him about his technical prowess, but I tell you what, this is now the test, isn't it? Together they have to work, you know, they're working pretty calmly right now. They have to get everything exactly right to be able to continue on. A
couple of cable ties being used there as well, aren't they? So it's got those...
Mate, they will be using absolutely everything to try and get this attached so that wheel will be able to move freely.
Yeah.
You can see the cable tie on the arm there.
These little suspension arms, you can see one of them has got a big kink in it, but it is remarkable. Yeah, a couple of straps, I thought they might come into play as well. Trying to get that as straight as they can.
We are getting a bird's eye view here, right at the roadside. And if you are just joining us, wondering what on earth is going on, we've just come out of stage 7 overall, where Thierry Neuville was a little bit quick, or maybe a bit too optimistic with a pace note. He said he was too fast. He hit a bank and damaged the rear suspension of the car. The wheel was at a 45-degree angle as they came into the stop control. Now they're at the road section, roadside, away from the stage, and desperately trying to get everything back together to be able to go on and complete the final stage of the day.
Our man Seb Marshall's down there, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
We should be able to get under the car there, Seb, and tell us what's going on.
Yeah, live commentary. We can see in the service park, team boss there, Andrea Adamo, and I can imagine, you know, for the team looking on, it's a pretty frustrating watch because, yeah, you know, you get the mechanics in there, they'd be doing it, and they'd want to get their hands on it. It's all reliant now on Thierry and Martin to see if they can effect a repair to get them moving.
It's such a complicated part of the car, isn't it, under these suspension mounts. It's remarkable, really. Certainly seen Martin being given the drill when they first started together. Certainly saw them practicing their their wheel changes, but I guess this is something they'll also change, because it does happen, not regularly, but it's...
Okay, we're gonna now head back into the service park because we could see that Andrea Adamo is with Kiri and Julian. So let's throw down to them and get some reaction.